President Obama is in New York tonight, just steps away, in fact, right now, fundraising. Elsewhere, a man named Bill Keith is in a world of hurt. He's in the green energy business and became something of a poster boy for the White House for green energy businesses. But now his business is in danger of going bust, he says, because of a policy the White House has been backing. Drew Griffin tonight investigates.
Basically, we're in your garage.
Right, yeah, this is where I started.
Bill Keith was just a roofer 10 years ago when he got the idea for this, a solar-powered attic fan that he dreamed up and actually made in this Northwest Indiana garage.
And that just pumps hot air out of your attic.
It just pumps hot air out of your attic. So if I take it out in the sun...
Let's do this, yeah.
As soon as it starts sensing sunlight, so it doesn't even have to be right in the direct sunlight. As soon as it starts sensing it, it starts going...
Drawing hot air out of your attic, lowering your cooling bills, and using only the sun's energy to do it.
Sales have been good, obviously?
Yeah. I think my first year we did $39,000 in sales, and it wasn't enough to cover all the expenses. And it kind of grew to where, you know, probably our peak was a little over $2 million.
He's one of those small business, all-American stories, developing green energy jobs that a new administration pushing green energy just couldn't resist.
I got a call from the guy from the White House on a Saturday night at 7 on my cell phone saying, you know, this is Greg Nelson from the White House. And I was like, yeah, right, who is it really, you know? And he said, no, we'd like to invite you to Obama's town hall meeting.
That's where you asked a question?
Yeah, when I asked the question, thank you, President Obama. I'm Bill Keith from Sunrise Solar. I manufacture a solar-powered attic fan right here in Indiana.
With that one town hall appearance, Bill Keith became a White House solar superstar.
Can you come to Washington? Can you come to Philadelphia? Vice President Biden is doing this.
Each time asked to talk about his green energy business. But now, the half-dozen jobs Bill Keith created out of this garage are about to be lost.
This is the good stuff here.
Uh-huh. And this has been working for how long for you?
5+ years now.
This is the customized solar panel Keith needs to power his fans, but they are put together in Hong Kong. It is the only part of this fan that is not made in the USA. The plastic is from Indiana, the motors from Chicago, the wires from New Jersey. The steel brackets, they're made just down the street.
South Bend.
Okay.
You know, so even my boxes are made here, and you know, the only thing that I can't get made here, and I've tried for 10 years, but the only thing is the panel.
And that is suddenly a big problem. His customized solar panel assembled in Hong Kong is now part of a big business, big-time trade dispute between the U.S. and China. The Obama administration is trying to protect big U.S. solar panel companies from having to compete with cheaper solar panels made in China. And President Obama has placed a 250% tax on the very solar panels Bill Keith needs to keep his fans and his business running. This notice from U.S. Customs advised him the solar panels he imported in May will face the full import tariff.
Let's just take the small one. Let's say 250%, right? So 2.5. That's $270,000 that I would have to come up with out of my pocket to pay Customs and Border. These guys are going to put me out of business, and I don't have any help. I've been trying to get help. No one will help me navigate.
Last month, Keith decided to play his political card, writing to what he thought was his personal contact at the White House, Greg Nelson at the Office of Public Engagement. Under the subject line, "Hanging on for life here," Keith asked, "Can you help me before I have to close my doors and let everyone go? Please, I'm pleading with you." The response from Gregory Nelson at the White House Office of Public Engagement: "Thanks for bringing it to my attention. I don't know what is possible, but let me talk to a few folks ASAP. We'll circle back soon." It's been nearly a month. Late this afternoon, CNN did receive this email from the White House basically stating the tariff highlights the degree to which solar panel manufacturers have faced unfair competition from countries like China. And the president's move to impose a tax on Chinese-made goods is a way to establish a level playing field with China for American businesses and workers. The email did not address how it was going to help Obama's former solar superstar to save his business.
This is the kicker.
Yeah, you were the star. I know it's a little disheartening. Actually, it's hard for me to look at it. I thought about taking it down. I got swept up into this, paraded around Washington, D.C., invited multiple times. I was like, why am I getting invited? I'll show you the tickets I got from the White House being invited to events. I get White House Christmas cards and even a letter from the White House. And I don't have my glasses on, Drew, but that last line there, what does that say?
Please stay in touch with suggestions that will help us help you win the future. That's the guy, I think, that hasn't talked to you in a month.
Yeah, yeah, disheartening.
Keith says he once believed President Obama was on the side of small business and understood what it took to keep garages like his open. Now on the brink of having to close his doors, lay off a half dozen or so workers, he can't even get anyone in the White House to answer an email.
So, Drew, why can't he get these solar panels made here?
He has tried. He started out with a solar company in Michigan, Anderson, which worked fine for a while, but that company decided they're going to stop making small custom solar panels. He tried a company in New York. The panels were so poorly made, his fans kept breaking. He's tried to find a supplier anywhere in the U.S., even going to the Department of Commerce for help. They didn't have an answer, which is why he did go overseas.
And he can't import these without the tax.
He's fighting with the administration right now, I should say with Customs. You know, Customs is out to protect the big solar panel makers in the U.S. Dare I say the Solyndras that are still in business. These are the companies, Anderson, that make the large industrial panels you would see on buildings and rooftops. The feeling is China is dumping their cheap solar panels in the U.S. market, making it impossible for the companies to compete here in the U.S. But caught in the middle is this guy like Bill. 95% American-made product. He needs that one custom part to make it run. He says if he's forced to pay this tax, he'll be shut down.
And unlike a company like Solyndra, he isn't getting any loans or grants from the government.
Not one dime. He gets the question a lot, pays a lot of taxes, he says, but doesn't get any subsidies at all.
Do we know how many businesses like his are being hit with this?
You know, we tried to get that answer from Customs. They have notified about 165 importers that their solar panels face these penalties. Additional taxes that range from 31% to 250%, or in Keith's case, possibly both. What Customs couldn't tell us is the breakdown. How many of these are big businesses? Right. How many are small? How many are just like Keith?
We'll continue to follow and see if he gets any more info from the White House.